Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are so honored to have our next guest here, who is our amazing designer extraordinaire and so much more, Maxine Shriber from New York City. Maxine Shriber Design is the name of the company, world-renowned, many accolades. She's been featured in many magazines and on TV shows. They are a full-service company from blueprint to permits to construction, overseeing, team to final product, including interior design of all phases. So welcome back today. How are you?
I'm good. And how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Great weekend. It's like fall's here now. My favorite season. Kids in football. It's great. I love this time of year. What about yourself?
I love it too. It's great because I'm a new golf player, so it's really nice because you put on a sweater and you could go out. It was great this weekend. I really loved it. It was
beautiful.
Great.
Well, welcome back. Tell us a little bit about yourself for new timers out there. The business you're in, and of course, the amazing work you do.
So today I want to talk about, you were very interested about bathrooms and how important bathrooms are in people's home. This particular bathroom was a job down in Tribeca, which is a loft type of building. The rooms are very large and very open looking, except for the master bath was kind of small in comparison to the rest of the size. And it's a young couple, and they wanted to update the bathroom that when they bought the apartment was already there. So we're going to start to show you the original layout of the plan, which is what we do. Can we do that first?
Absolutely. Let's share that screen, darling. Looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. So let's start this. Well,
perfect. I'm seeing it there. We're just going to make it bigger.
Okay, we're getting it together.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the original bathroom. It had a very small shower. It had a single sink. It had a bidet and a toilet. That was it. And it just didn't make any sense. It did nothing for them. It's a couple with young kids. So let's show you what we did. So what you're seeing right now is a demo layout, meaning that's what we're taking down. We're taking down those walls, those doors. We're taking out the existing shower, the existing sink, the existing toilet and bidet. But I've got water lines that I can work with. So what I did is I moved out the bathroom a bit. I made the walk-in closet smaller, which now is going to be her husband's closet. And I made the entrance to her closet, I moved it all the way down. So this gave them a lot more space. So if you can see, they're going to have a big shower. The toilet that you see there is also a bidet toilet. So it could be a normal toilet, and it's by Toto, and it's all in one, and it's wonderful. And that's your big sink in separate tub. And then you have a double sink, double medicine cabinet. Everything is set for them. Next picture. So this is the electrical. We did a whole new electrical. So when you walk in, we put a pocket door in. She could turn on all the switches where she wants it, and everything is lit up and bright, and they can put it all on dimmers. Then we did an elevation. Go to the elevation. Right. We went to an elevation so you could see what she picked out the items, like the lights were from Waterworks. The mirror was from RH. No. The mirror was from Robot, right. It was a Robot mirror. And then we put outlets for her, for the hand, for hair dryer, for his shaver. And when you put in a new electrical system, you have to put in enough wattage so that if you're blowing your hair or using other things, it's not going to blow the lights and everything. So that was all updated so they could put up anything into the electrical outlets.
Wow.
So here's the look of the things that was selected. Ooh. So you have the tub, which is a great looking tub. It comes in from Canada. It's made out of porcelain material. That means it's like a granite mixture. and it's poured. So it could be cleaned very easily. It's not plastic. It's none of those things. It's wonderful. This is your toilet, your Toto toilet. Now, this is a backflow toilet, which means that it doesn't go down in the ground. The water goes in the back wall to the plumbing supply, which is quite different than your normal toilet. So this way you could change the position of your toilets by using a backflow toilet.
Oh,
And
never heard of that, a backflow toilet. You're teaching me.
Okay, good. The floor was Carrara, but it was herringbone, and the walls are with large 14 by 14 tiles, also Carrara. And the mirror and medicine cabinet had a mirror in the inside and a light so that she could see the back of her hair between the two of them. This is their large shower head, which is is the new rainfall feeling, but they've improved on that, meaning there's more pressure that's in them. A hand shower, which everybody needs to wash their shower out. And we also do that for their bathtub so they can clean their bathtub easily. And the Cola sink was a wonderful square, interesting, new, updated look in that. And the vanity was all lacquered, white lacquered. Okay, on to the next. So this is what the tile that she had before, her one sink, her built-ins, her toilet, her bidet. It was a mess. So then this shows you progress. This is how we demo it, what it looks like when it's demoed, and when we start putting up the tiling. Now, this is the bathroom that you see now. So it's quite beautiful.
I'm taking a picture of this. This is just gorgeous. I need to see this again. Wow.
So we have them also. We also have them with the hand shower, and she preferred hooks over towel bars because she says then it dries and they use the big thing, and she didn't want to see a towel hanging anyplace. So she has the hooks in the back. The pocket door rolls in, so it gives her a open look when they're there. It turns out that their two daughters wind up in the bathtub all the time, I'm told. So because they have a small bathtub. Now, this is an interesting thing. When you start construction, well, we have the hand towels on either side of the vanity, but when you start construction, you never know what you're going to find. So it turns out the original format of a pipe that is the drain pipe was up on the wall, and we couldn't take it out. We couldn't go through the floor. We couldn't do anything with it. So I had to build around a seat for her. So we had to cover the piping, which you don't see on the other side of the toilet wall. There's an access panel that they can get to that piping if they need to.
Oh, great.
And then she had the niches put in so she could put the shampoos and everything else she needed. And this picture doesn't have the shower door yet, but it's a free picture. And then again, this is their toilet. Now you see, if you go up when you're in Europe, you know how you touch the back? That's backflow toilets. If you see that in a bathroom, it's a black backflow toilet, meaning it doesn't go through the floor, it goes through the wall.
Wow.
See? Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this may be just a ridiculous question, but I have two little boys, right? And we have regular basic toilets, right? And I just don't like the fact that even if they aim in the bowl, somehow, some way, the toilets always leak. I don't know why or what it is, but there'll still be stuff running on the side sometimes. So if there was a backflow toilet, does that stuff solve it? Is there maybe...
No, it's teaching them to make in the toilet. And aiming.
No, but even if it's just me and I keep flushing, I notice after time there's still water and stuff on the sides.
So what you mean on the floor, on the side?
Yes, it drips down on the side, and it's those stupid toilets with the ugly little things like that.
The toilet underneath your toilet, the gasket. It's called a gasket. It looks like almost like a rubber honey out of honey. It's yucky and touchy and disgusting. And the plumbers put it down. When that starts happening, it can dry up, which causes when you flush the toilet, instead of going down into the toilet vent, some water is leaking out. And you should have a plumber look at it. It's nothing wrong with the toilet. but I believe it's your gasket.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay. So then I'm going to show you. This is called white Carrera, which is quite different. Can you see it by any chance? Whoops.
No. Oh, yep, I could see it. Yeah.
Okay, that's white Carrera. Now, if you let me see where it is. Here's a little piece, and this is Italian Carrera. You see, it's very gray in comparison.
I think you should show the whole thing.
Yeah. Or you want to show the whole thing? Let me put that there. I just can't hold it both. All right, let's put it this way. All right, so the mosaic is on the other side, but you see the difference between Italian Carrera?
Oh, now I see. Yep, there it goes, because the
That's
camera's
very
zooming
gray
in.
and very dark.
Got it.
It's also more expensive than white Carrera. White Carrera is usually made in the Asian countries. They get it out of the ground there, and I prefer the white Carrera. I think it's beautiful. And we talked about sealing and staining. Once we put everything down, there's a product. It's called Stone Tech.
Oh, I'm going to take pictures.
You see that?
Stone Tech. Yep, I see it.
Okay. And they have two products. One is an enhancer. That means, let's say you have another type of material and you want it a little bit darker, you would put on an enhancer. If you just want to seal this and you don't want to change the color, you use this, which is just a heavy duty sealer. It's a clear liquid. If I poured it out, it looks like water. It's so simple to do. And all you do is put it on a cloth and wipe it over the marble top or the marble floor or anything. I usually do the tops like every few months. I recommend to a client. I have them buy this. You put it on a soft, like your husband's old t-shirt, and then you just rub it on the top, and nothing of his will get through it. No alcohol, no nothing, and your top will always look beautiful. So it's something good to have. And
amazing.
There's other sealers, but this particular company is, I think, the very, very best. So that's interesting. And then there's one other thing that we always do, which is where is the grout coloring? So there's another thing that when you're doing Carrera or any tile, you have to grout everything. And when you grout it, this is our little thing, which is called by Lattice Tech. And we don't go with white because we find that white really deep colors. And so we'll use a color where is called Silver Shadow, wherever that is. Do you have it here? Silver Shadow.
Someone took the sample out.
Yeah, of course, because everything fell back. Silver Shadow is an off-white, but it goes to the gray tone, so it never looks dirty. Where a lot of people have a habit or they put in white tile, they want to put in white grout. And then a year later, what they do is they find out it's yellow.
Yeah.
So this is the color which is called Silver Shadow. And it works beautifully. If I could pick this up with this.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
And therefore, if I used white, it would be yellow, within a year or two.
Of course. Yeah.
So, and this is a company that people, who are doing things, if it's with me or anybody else, that they should be using this product, which is called Latticrate, which is one of the best grouts in town. It really is a great product. It has, as you can see, multiple colors, and you could really do a nice job with that too. So, any questions?
Well, I got a question about grout. You mentioned grout gets dirty, grout gets stained. And for people who want white, can you steam clean it? Can you really clean it? Can you also take it out and regrout? Is that a fallacy? Is that not? You see advertisements for stuff like that just for upkeep. Is that true?
Well, this is the situation. To take out grout is almost impossible. You have to use a very fine roller blade, and it's a mess. Everything is powdered all over. It's a disaster, personally. There's a product that really says it cleans it, but what it really does is it restains it. And that's what they talk about. They come in, they put in a stain that has I guess a vinyl texture to it. I've never used it personally. And they coat your floor with it. It goes into the grout because the grout is still a porous item. And it'll stay for a good year or two, but not more than that, because it'll start kicking off in the different spots because it's only a veneer that goes on the grout. The only time I had to replace the grout was when all of a sudden we finished a whole job. The plumber came in and he, by accident, putting in a toilet, hit the back of this tile and broke it. So we had to grind out the grout to pull out the old tile and put a new tile in. But in general, that's something you don't want to do. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And yeah, life expectancy of, putting down tiles, right? Styles change, people change. I mean, what is the turnover rate? Are you seeing people replacing those things?
Well, if you're going to pick a color, like I have a client that we did a lot of Frank Lloyd Wright. We did her home in California. We did her home up in Connecticut, which was a Frank Lloyd Wright house. And she used his coloring. Her tiles were high gloss pasting tiles, and they were turquoise. But because they're part of the Frank Lloyd Wright house, which is the structure of Frank Lloyd, they still look fresh, even though it's 20 years old. It still looks great because I was up there recently for something else they needed to be done, and it still looks beautiful. I couldn't live with the turquoise tile, but I'm more of the Carrera person. I like large Carrera, and I like it. I think it's timeless, personally.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's my feeling. And you do mosaics, you do inserts, you do different things that you could do today where you don't in a lot of areas. But I think it's very specific. I think people who are doing things should do it for themselves. If they're planning to resell their home in, let's say, 5 to 8 years, they really should think about doing something that is forever looking. And some of the white tiling and the white, like it's subway tiles. Subway tiles have been around since the 1900s in New York City, and they're still beautiful. They still look great. And I do a lot of subway tile bathrooms that are still fabulous. And that's timeless. So,
Yep.
you have to, do you have a subway tile?
I got the subway tile in my bathroom, in my basement, which is beautiful. It's all white. And hear me out. I keep the grout very clean, but I'm very a fanatic with cleaning it because you don't want it to get yellow. You don't want to get it. It's been 5
Right.
years. It looks gorgeous. It's also
Right.
about upkeep, which I urge people to do because I know plenty of people who don't upkeep it and the grout turns icky. Yeah.
Yellow. Yeah. You have to be, a lot of people.
Toothbrush and scrub. Yes, that's me. It is. Yeah.
It's me too. But I mean, I have a few clients that I go into their home 4 or 5 years later, something came up, they need a new refrigerator, they need new panels to be put in, simple little thing. And I'll go into their home and it looks like I walked out yesterday. It is spotless, it is gorgeous. Their kitchen doesn't have a spot on it. And then I'll go to another home where they have lots of help and it's a mess. And I go, oh my God, you spent all this money and you just let someone else not clean it. So it's very, very personal. Some people it's not that important. Obviously, it is to you, and it's very much to me. It's personal care.
Absolutely. And the upkeep. Yes. All right. Well, what else, Maxine, do you want to share about the projects that you're doing? Because you are a full service company, as we mentioned in the beginning. And I mean, I've seen your work and I urge people to look at your work. It's just fascinating. And other projects that you're working on that you want to share?
Well, the one we're working on right now is in Bermuda, which I told you about. In fact, I think the ship did it land in Bermuda?
Yeah, we're currently working on sending items from the States over to Bermuda. So a lot of the things that we do are with different vendors, merchants. And part of that is we work with customs in order to clear items out in Bermuda as well from the United States.
Yeah, because there's a whole process of clearing it before she can pick it up. But of the end of this week or next week, she should have
A majority of her items.
majority, which is almost all her living room furniture, all her dining room furniture, and her entrance foyer.
Yeah, and hopefully by then we'll have some
Yeah.
stuff to show you guys.
Right. So things will start coming together. So I'm sure in a couple of weeks I'll take a trip down there and help her put things together. And then we start accessorizing. So we're building her a bar now. We're doing that. And then we have another one that's coming up in Tribeca, which we're updating it also for a young family. But that won't start till the end of the year.
Got it. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, we still have more time to talk. Is there anything else in particular that piques your interest about, this work that you're doing that you think would
it's
be
just that
beneficial to
we're
everyone?
unique in the fact that we're a one-stop shop, really. We do all the blueprints, we do all your taxes, we do all the things that you need. We get all the permits for you. Like in Bermuda, we take care of all the visas going in, all the costs on them, getting it delivered to her, getting it cleared for her. We're on the job site. Even though we take care of the whole creative thing, we're also on site all the time, overseeing our production people, which is your plumber, your electrician, your carpenter, your tile man, all that. And it's a teamwork, and they have to all learn to work together. Otherwise, it'll take 10 years to do one bathroom. So we're on them all. So we get really crazy. In fact, right behind me, Sunita, on this particular job, she had to pick out because the tile guy was beginning to not match the tile properly. And we went, stop. And we went out, we laid out everything in the living room. So he had every wall. We did the A wall, the B wall, the C wall. So everything blended well together. It's very important to be on site and to overlook everything. Because the biggest problem is when people come in, they'll go, I don't want that tile and I don't want that tile. And you can't pull things down. So you have to be on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you. And just curious about when people are tiling floors and all. Now, what about some man-made substances, right? Like porcelain is man-made? Are people putting
Porcelana
that?
is made, right.
What are
And
some what are some
also-
of the best floors that are natural stone compared to the man-made?
Well, no, the man-made, if you get it's not man-made. I use slate, real slate, which is gorgeous. And we cut it in, we take a 12 by 12, we cut it in 3 pieces. We do herringbones with it. This real slate has it has a variation in its color. So it looks like a beautiful mosaic on the floor. It's wonderful. In fact, next time we speak, I'll show you some pictures of actual slate, and there's all different color slates, so they'd be done in a very beautiful way. And then, of course, the porcelana, which I told you, and that's a brand name, but there's many companies that make the porcelain tile, and they look beautiful. Some of them look just like wood floors. We put them down. In fact, next week I think we'll work on that kitchen for Masha. You'll see where we use porcelain flooring, and it looks just like wood. It is absolutely exquisite. So there's a lot of things that you can do with these products. And of course, you use natural. Natural is a lot more, it's not cost factor, because the cost factor is very similar. Porcelain is the only thing that's cheaper. But a good slate tile or some of the other ceramic tiles are very expensive. They're almost the same price. And your labor is the same. So it's only a matter of personal taste. But if you want wearability, such as in your kitchen and your kids' bathroom or things like that, where, if someone has an accident on the floor, it gets wiped up and never absorbed.
So a wood floor in the kitchen would be a no-no?
I've done it, but it is a no-no.
Yeah, I would
years ago, we
imagine.
used to put granite.
Yeah.
That was the big stone of 10 years ago, because it's not porcelain. It doesn't absorb, where you can put hot heat on it. You could do anything to it, and it doesn't absorb dirt. So porcelana or the new, stones that they have, they look like real stone. They're bright. You can get light colors, where most of the granites were all dark. They were green, they were black, they were brown and black. It wasn't beautiful, but they were practical. So if you're planning to do a kitchen, I would advise you to do the new stones.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Well, how can we reach out to you? It's always a pleasure having you, Maxine.
Thank you. And
Yes.
just remember, if they want to get in touch with us, our office number is 212-588-9521. We're also on, they could go to our website, which is MaxineShriberDesign.com. And we're on internet, Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram. Okay.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Thank
Right.
you so much. Pleasure having you here. And we'll talk again soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. All right.
You too. Have a
Thank
great
you.
week.
Bye-bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.